Back to where it all began for Tom Brady. This is November 23rd, 2000. Patriots on the road at the Lions. Drew Bledsoe struggled in this game. You see the interception. Well, Bryant Westbrook.
It's easy to say it after a 100-yard return for a touchdown on interception.
101 yards. 101 yards.
That's at the Silverdome, man.
That was the old Silverdome. Teddy Bruschi is going to come over and be a good teammate, unlike who you hear now.
Don't worry about it. We're okay.
So he's going to console Bledsoe. So Brady comes in. This guy ran a 7-minute, 40-yard dash at the combine, and he dinks it off of J.R. Redmond, threw it a little too hard, about 5 yards out. Good to get J.R. Redmond in the
quarter.
show. Yeah. Brady's pass towards the sideline, almost intercepted. So it's a bit of a rough start for Brady.
I thought to Troy Brown.
Played his college ball at Michigan, not too far from Detroit there. And Brady's first completion, there it is. It's J.R. Redmond, but we spot shadowed Damian.
You're bad.
Wait a minute.
Woody's on the ground.
Watch it now.
And Woody's now in the face of your referee, and he was called for ineligible downfield.
Always throwing the lineman under the bus.
So Brady's first completion was called back because of a penalty right there. Come on, man. Rod Rutledge.
Dinkin and Duncan.
6 yards. Yeah, Dinkin and Duncan. That was
You're
young.
bad teammates here.
34-9.
Well, you heard him before you see him. We have Herm Edwards, we have Damian Woody, we have Field Yates.
Was that your idea of throwing me under the bus like that?
He was buttering up the makeup room. Now you know why.
Soon now. I do need to ask though, when that play is happening, and now you're this historical footnote. You had a great career. You went on to play. You actually played for the Lions, right? You
did.
Went on for made a lot of money, but you're tied to Brady there. In that circumstance, when you watch that back, what goes through your mind?
First of all, I know it's like every play that we did was under center because I couldn't shotgun snap worth anything. But that's not what you want to see. You don't want to see like, oh, the guy's first completion and I'm laying on the ground like a seal and I get a holding call. Like that's not what we want.
Yeah.
You know, that's what Coach said. That's not what we're looking for, fellas. That's not what we're looking for.
That wasn't a hold.
Yeah, lineman never hold. I say that.
That's a young seal, though.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you're flashing back on this young man's career. He's still a young man, obviously. It all goes back to the Bledsoe situation when we were playing you guys up there. And you know, Tom comes in that game, and obviously, you know, it's one of those games, not a high-scoring game at all. And they end up losing the game, but Tom comes in, and then, you know, as things continue to go, and you told the story, you guys played San Diego the next time, and they beat, you know, the next week, and they beat the San Diego Chargers. And I can remember when he came back to New York, and we were going to play him for the second time, and watching him. And I went, it's kind of interesting. I can remember you guys beat us, and we were going back into the tunnel. And I had a little conversation with him as we was walking back through the tunnel. You know, game's over, we lost, and they won. And you know, I whispered, I said, hey, you just keep doing what you're doing. You're going to be okay. Now, did I know he was going to be this? Right. But you could sense it.
Nobody did, though.
No, you could just sense it.
What stood out to you, Coach, from him?
You could sense, you know, he was very comfortable in the moment. And he hadn't played a lot already. You could just tell. There's certain quarterbacks that they just have this air of, I'm okay. Mm-hmm. It's not too big for me. And he has displayed that his whole career now. And as you win games, you gain more confidence. Mm-hmm. And he's a guy now that, you know, there's certain guys, I've always said this in sports, when the moment gets too big, they run for the shade. This guy runs for the light because he understands it. I want to perform well.
You know, the crazy thing is, because Tom came in 2000, and when he came in, he was the fourth-string quarterback. You know, he was behind, obviously, Drew Bledsoe, John Freeze, Michael Bishop, but it's the traits that you see. Nobody could project him being what he is today. But I think, you know, with any great player, you see traits that lead to greatness. Mm-hmm. And what you saw from Tom, I remember just watching him in 2000. I mean, even being a fourth-string quarterback, which a lot of guys would just think, maybe, man, I'm a camp arm.
There's so many.
I mean, he was just so determined. He just grinding every day, and you just saw just the confidence, you know, just every practice. And all of a sudden, he leapfrogged Michael Bishop. Then he leapfrogged John Freeze, who was a veteran, former good veteran backup quarterback. And you're like, whoa. Like,
There's so many twists of fates in Brady's tale. We all look at the Mo Lewis hit as the pivot point, but Damian just referenced this. The Patriots rarely keep four quarterbacks. I mean, Bill Belichick rarely keeps four quarterbacks on his roster. he actually kept 4 quarterbacks on the 53-man roster, which basically means we think our 4th-string quarterback is not good enough to back us up right now, but he's too good that if we subject him to the waiver wire or our practice squad, someone else is going to sign him. I'm not saying the Patriots forecasted Tom Brady's excellence at this level when they kept him as that 4th-string quarterback, but he made enough of an impression as a young rookie quarterback to at least have them feeling like, you know something, we should at least give it our best to develop this guy. And if they hadn't, if they had cut him and said, you know, we'll hedge our bets that he won't get picked up and we can bring him back to the practice squad, you never know what happens.
We only have another minute here, but Coach, he's also been so consistent. Outside of the low shot from Bernard Pollard, like he doesn't miss much time.
No.
How much farther can he go? 40 seems like the witching hour at that position in that sport.
We know no quarterback in the history of football has obviously won a Super Bowl at 40.
Yeah.
You know, we know that this guy is a guy destined for accolades, but also he's destined for, you know, he's trying to achieve things that other guys haven't achieved. When you think about how many Super Bowls this guy has won, he's chasing history. Tom Brady's a guy that chases history. When you've played this long and you've had the type of career he's had, he's chasing Michael Jordan right now. Right? Michael Jordan has 6 titles. This guy has 5. He's not going to catch Bill Russell. Bill Russell has 11. We know that. But Michael Jordan is the guy that we say is the greatest basketball player, you know, in captivity, whatever you may say. And this guy's, we're saying, is one of the greatest quarterbacks ever played.
That's why I always said that Tom Brady and the Patriots, they're not really competing against the rest of the league. They're competing against themselves, their own legacy. Because I think that there's so much cushion between them and everybody else. It's no comparison.
It's what drives them. It's what drives that franchise and makes what they're doing, what they continue to do, so impressive. Herm Edwards, Damian Woody, Field Yates, guys, we appreciate the insight. As always, thank you.